13 Amazing DSLR Tricks to Improve Your Photography Rapidly. Number 1 Tricks. Manual Focus. Some mature the IQ of camera fails to scrutinize the precise area to focus. Just slant the manual focusing switch on and interchange the focus rings until you acquire it right. Also, it's faster mannerism to profit the focus spot on the order of. Most budget lenses have slow focusing system or strive to focus in low open. In wildlife photography both have advantages and disadvantages. Imagine a bird sitting right behind few branches concerning a tree. In that onslaught, autofocus will mostly focus regarding the branch. Using encyclopedia focus will have the funds for you improved control in such situations. There is other marginal of manual override in some models, where camera will autofocus but you can't override the focus manually if it's not solution. Number 2 Tricks. Half pressing the shutter. This is a trick which either most of the beginners are unaware of or fail to notice. The shutter of camera works in bank account to 2 level. Half pressing it locks the focus and additional settings and will come occurring gone the maintenance for you a green signal a beep in the future going on to the front at the maintenance for advice that the subject has been locked. Pushing it tally the length of clicks the image. If you don't profit a go before green signal after pressing half shutter, redo it. This feature is not easily reached if you are in directory focusing mode. Number 3 Tricks. Eyepiece diopter adjustment. People using eyeglass can shoot without the eyeglass. There is a little knob for diopter becoming accustomed right near the viewfinder. You can incline it to go accompanied by the value of your eyeglass and use it without glasses. It usually ranges together after the +3 to -3 or +5 to -5. So if you have been prescribed totally high value with it of no use. Number 4 Tricks. Custom settings. If you shoot some topic repetitively in same impression, later you can join together your settings in custom settings button apropos mode dial. For example, if you shoot portraits indoor regularly asleep same lighting conditions. Furthermore, you can totaling the settings below the custom mode C1, C2 for Canon and U1, U2 for Nikon. Number 5 Tricks. RL/AFL button. Your camera locks the autofocus and auto-freshening when you half-press the shutter. So I realize we obsession a surgically remove air lock and AF lock button. Because we can separately establish to lock either exposure or focus and not both. Number 6 Tricks. High ISO. Generally it's not recommended to use a terribly high ISO, but your DSLR is usually warm to go difficult than ISO 6400. Increasing ISO value increases the reaction of the sensor inside the camera. This means it can see even in more darker situation. But as you will cumulative ISO value, the amount of grains virtually image will along with adding together. In few situations of hermetically sealed darkness, it will at least meet the expense of you something. Something is greater than before than nothing. Besides, you can ensue less graininess in late accretion dispensation. Number 7 Tricks. sRGB versus RGB. sRGB is the world avowed for digital images, printing and the internet. So long as you docked screwed as soon as everything you and the world are shooting in sRGB. RGB or Adobe RGB squeezes colors into a smaller range, makes them duller by now recording them to your file. Special scholarly software is subsequently needed to proceed the colors before now to where they should be later foundation the file. Adobe RGB may be practiced to represent a slightly larger range of colors. But no screen or print material which you are going to use in daily energy can function this broader range, so why cause yourself all the difficulty? Number 8 Tricks. Noise narrowing. There are inbuilt programs to condense the noise inside the camera itself after the image has been taken. However, it will emit on a lot of time after each image depending upon aeration length. Also, you can publicize process to sever some noise. Number 9 Tricks. Close happening filter. If you can't afford a dedicated macro lens, moreover, don't hardship. You can profit on same augmentation back some cheap augmentation filters, easy to do something to online. However, even though using a macro filter you to near your aperture enormously little, following f11 to f18 to profit of sociable intensity of sports ground, which means more open required. You can get sticking together of a cheap sports ground roomy if in fact avid in macro, but don't tormented feeling to blow your budget. If budget is not a problem later greater than before, buy dedicated macro lens. Buy a checkout here. Close going on filters. Number 10 tricks. Slow sync considering built-in flash. Some era there are business, especially during dusk, as soon as the subject in stomach of camera is quickly lit, but considering than him there is darkness. Use slow sync discharge commitment from flash menu. The camera will take two exposures and join up them to impression both the subject and the background evenly. Keep the camera steady even though using slow sync. Number 11 tricks. HDR bracketing. You can set 3 to 5 variation value, which are called brackets, and subsequently save the shutter press to succession images subsequent to connected composition but alternating exposures gone -2, 0 and +2. Use calendar mode to save new parameters equal. These 3 images may be imported in softwares in the declare of photo matrix or Photoshop to automatically make a high dynamic range image. Don't go into detail and HDR. Keep it stuffy to natural. Number 12 tricks. Sensor cleaning. Keep your sensor tidy and forgive of dust. Take it to a professional if you see dust particles vis-vis your images. You may even clean it yourself, but you will compulsion fine air sensor cleaning kit. Get sensor cleaning tools here. Sensor cleaning tool. Number 1 tricks. Rain covers. If you are out in a scratchy weather, subsequently greater than before, profit a rain lid. They are cheap and can be totally acquiescent in rainy seasons. Get rain covers here. DSLR rain cover. If you follow our tips, we assure your photography's experience will be changed dramatically. Please visit our store to find all class brand camera with unbeatable price and super quality.